how you can process HubDoc receipts to zero. So let's start. So this is how HubDoc looks like. So this is HubDoc. So si HubDoc, ginagamit siya as receipt management software. So ano siya, lahat ng mga bills, statements, invoices ni client, dito nila nilalagay. So pwede siyang automatic na i-connect sa bank account ni client para every month automatic na nasisave yung mga statement here in HubDoc. But that part, si client yung gagawa kasi siya yung maglalagay ng information ng bank account niya or credit card account or any account niya. Then, ililink niya sa HubDoc. And this feature, syempre ito, may bayad to, may subscription na binabayad si client for this one. Okay? Ang kagandahan lang nito is, meron ng isang lugar kung saan niya ilalagay lahat ng how you can process HubDoc receipts to zero. So let's start. So this is how HubDoc looks like. So this is HubDoc. So si HubDoc, ginagamit siya as receipt management software. So ano siya, lahat ng mga bills, statements, invoices ni client, dito nila nilalagay. So pwede siyang automatic na i-connect sa bank account ni client para every month automatic na nasisave yung mga statement here in HubDoc. But that part, si client yung gagawa kasi siya yung maglalagay ng information ng bank account niya or credit card account or any account niya. Then, ililink niya sa HubDoc. And this feature, syempre ito, may bayad to, may subscription na binabayad si client for this one. Okay? Ang kagandahan lang nito is, meron ng isang lugar kung saan niya ilalagay lahat ng mga resibo niya, mga receipts niya. It's like taking a picture and then just uploading it in this software. And then the bookkeeper will come in and process the receipt from here, and it will go to zero. Then ready for matching na lang siya sa zero. So let's start for example, this one. This one is for what do you call this? These are the clients. So punta ka lang dun sa kliyente na ginagawa mo. Like for instance, you're working on this online team PTY. Okay. And then from here, go to review tab. Then makikita mo na lahat ng mga receipts na need mo i-process. Also, you need to check the field tab kasi may mga receipts dito na napupunta na kailangan palang i-process. So always make sure this one is always empty. Kung meron siyang laman, so check mo if need ba siyang i-process or i-archive. So archive lahat ng na-process na or hindi naman kailangan na pwede nang i-archive. So yan. Usually pag statement siya, we just archive it and then piliin mo lang siya anong klaseng document. So since it's a statement, just put statement and then it's Westpac. Hanapin mo lang yung Westpac here or kung wala, just add it. and then just archive none. Pupunta na siya dun. Okay? Parang ganito siya. Pupunta siya dito sa bills and statements. May specific folder siya na pupuntahan. Okay? So, let's start. So, review tab. So, we'll be processing this to receipt. So, let's start with harvest. So, ito, si harvest, we have to make sure yung currency ng binaprocess mong receipt, okay? Since harvest is a USD amount, naka-USD siya, and the zero account that you are reconciling is a AU client, so Australian dollar to. So, may conversion. So, you have to make sure na before mo siyang i-process, chinek mo yung mga bank account kung saan siya na-process at check mo yung currency amount niya. For this one, I found it nasa everyday account siya. And then, the currency conversion is 77.16. So, ito, naka-bankroll siya. So, ingat-ingat. Kapag may receipt siya dito, huwag mo siyang i-reconcile using this bankroll. Okay? Kasi pag ginawa mo yun, magduduplicate. Itong invoice, pinrases mo, napunta sa bills, ito, kinlik mo, o di ang mangyayari doon is magkakaroon ng open bills, and then, magkakaroon ng duplicate. So, parang double expense nun. Okay? Ma-overstate yung bills mo. So, double entry. Magkakaroon ng double entry. And yun, usual problem yan kapag may Hubdoc, may Receipt Bank, merong other software na naka-integrate kay Xero or QuickBooks in processing their invoices or receipts. So, ayun. So, careful. Very, ingat, okay? So, bago mo gawin itong mga bankroll, lagi mong unahin yung pagpaprocess ng receipts mo. Okay? So, that mas madaling mag-match ka muna. Kung wala talagang resibo, that's the time na you could do expense entry. Okay? So, yun. So, review tab, this one is for harvest, then the amount is in USD. Then, I look for the amount kung magkano conversion rate niya here in Xero, and I found it at 77.16. So, that's the amount that I will put here in Hubdoc. Okay, for the harvest, the document type will be, this one is an invoice. Okay, the supplier name is harvest. Invoice number, okay. Ito kasi minsan si Hubdoc, nare-recognize yung invoice number. Pero kung hindi naman siya tama, just correct it. If okay na siya, just leave it. Okay na yung receipt ID number. Visa ending 1771. Ibig sabihin na vice. So, Visa ending 1771. November 10. So, kung walang due date, same lang ng invoice date or process date. And then, ito yung part na nalilink siya sa Xero. Okay, mapapublish siya sa Xero. So, publish as in yung option mo, since this is on the bill side, so purchased. Okay, status, gusto mo ba siyang i-draft or i-authorize mo na agad? Since alam na natin yung conversion rate and 100% sure na tayo kung saan natin siya ipaprocess, we'll just choose authorize. Pero kung hindi ka sure, just click draft. Mapupunta siya dun sa draft site ni Xero. Authorized, then ang contact, harvest. Kung walang contact, please add new contact. Okay. Line item, single lang naman siya. Pero kung gusto mong ilagay lahat, multiple line item, and split mo yung mga tax coding niya, you could use multiple. But since wala naman siyang multiple line item, I'll just use single line item. So, account code, this is software subscription. Then description, monthly service through plan. Okay, so okay na yan. Pwede mo naman siya i-edit kung copy-paste since we cannot copy it. Okay na to. Importante dyan yung account code, contact, saka yung tax code niya. Ang problema lang minsan kay HubDoc is dapat dito sa part na to merong tax coding eh. Kung GST expense ba siya, GST on capital, GST on non-capital, kung anong tax coding. So, ito nagloloko rin kasi minsan si HubDoc. So, since ganito siya, ang gagawin ko na lang is i-draft ko na lang siya para ma-edit ko muna siya bago ko siya i-approve. Okay, so i-draft ko muna. Ay, ayan, yung mga error, mga glitches ni ano. Tingnan mo naman. Sige, okay na yan. At least alam ko naman siya paano siya. Then, papalitan ko yung amount, 77.16. Ito yung converted amount niya in AUD. Kasi yun yung gusto ko mag-match. Okay. Check mo lang. Double check. Always double check. Okay. Publish. Okay na to. Then, punta tayong 0. Punta tayo dun sa bill side. Ayun o, tingnan mo naman nagmamatch na. Pero bago kong gawin yan, titignan ko muna siya yung tax coding niya. Kasi, nagloloko si HubDoc. Ayun, nakita niyo diba may draft? So, dapat dito siya pupunta dahil hindi nag-work si draft. In-approve ko na siya agad. Dito na siya. So, babalikan ko muna siya just to check the tax rate. Tingnan mo siya. Since this is a foreign transaction, automatic, it's a GST-free expense. Okay? But, importante pa rin na check mo to, lalo na kung si HubDoc, hindi niya pinapakita yung tax code dito sa part na to. Dapat nandito yung tax coding eh. I'm not sure bakit hindi naman niya pinapakita. So, yun yung mga glitches ni HubDoc. So, maging aware kayo dyan kasi napaka-importante ng GST rate. Okay, so tax rate, GST free expense, HubDoc, what else? So, ito all good na to. So, 100% okay na. If you want to amend the description, you can do so. Importante dito yung account code, tsaka GST, tsaka yung amount. Okay na to. So, refresh ko lang yung banking transaction. So, nag-reload lang. Ngayon, okay na siya. Just match it. So, ganun lang naman yung pag-process sa HubDoc papunta sa 0. So, next, we have Namecheap. So, this one, domain renewal to. And check natin if it's in USD or AUD ba. Pwede mo i-zoom in. Or kung gusto mo mas maayos mo makita, you can download. And then, zoom mo lang. Mas ma-zoom in natin siya. So, habang hinintay natin yan, check natin dito kung mayroong transaction for Namecheap. Yeah, I think Namecheap is a USD transaction. Another way to check if this is from Australian um, or outside Australia, just type the name. And if it's namecheap.com, so it is outside Australia. If it's in Australia, it should be .com.au. So, ibig sabihin may GST siya. So, this one is from California. Yan, US nga siya. So, this is in USD. Ibig sabihin, may conversion rate to in AUD. So, hindi ganitong amount natin siya process. So, we have to check the bank if may transaction for Namecheap. Chip. 4312 payment source. Debit card account siya. USD. So, check lang natin ulit. Hanggang date po. November 21. It's a recent transaction. So, wala. I think this is wala natin mga bank accounts since may mga naka-hide. I think this one, the client uses his other card and it's not yet on zero. Either this will be for personal expense or business expense, which we need to create with the client. So, that's the case. After mo check, wala talaga. Wala talaga siya. Gagawin natin sa HubDoc. Lalagay tayo ng notes. Stay. Is this paid using personal card that okay, just save it. Save mo lang. And then, so once the client nag-approach ulit ng bagong receipt, makikita niya itong note mo. Okay? So, just leave it there. Medyo recent pa lang naman siya. So, that's okay. So, yun lang naman how to process HubDoc in Xero. So, yun, hope you get something from this discussion and see you in the next discussion.